Hey everyone out there, this is Kyle Hoyer once again, and with me as always,
Evan Lorenz. Welcome to Radio Free Decipher.
There you go. That's the whole intro. We're done with that now. On to the meat of potatoes.
Wow.
That's always the most difficult thing for us to get through, so, we will stare at each other like, are you going to do the intro? I don't know. Are you? I don't know. So
someday we'll do something spectacular
There's
for the
all
intro,
of our awkwardness.
but that day is not going to be today.
You know what I'm drinking today?
Not a mango smoothie.
It is Eddie Bauer water.
And I've heard that the water from Eddie Bauer tastes much better than... What have I heard? Eddie Bauer water?
I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, so I had to get a bottle of Eddie Bauer water.
We've had this discussion before, not on Radio Free, but water is water to me. I just
and you stay as far away from it as possible.
Anyway, so those of you who turned in for some news related to Decipher products, we won't disappoint you because we have a couple of big items on the agenda. We'll start with where you were last week.
Actually, let me start with one other thing. Okay, the last time we had Radio Free Decipher,
I wondered if you were going to be okay to talk about this.
We went through the whole tragedy, right, of my house catching on fire and my ex destroying my car, right? So I go out and buy a brand new car. Yay, and I get it like the day before I leave for Germany.
Yes.
Well, the day after I get back from Germany, bang, fender bender.
Yes.
My brand new car is already messed up.
Nice.
And the really
bad
unfortunate thing about the whole situation is that since I had to go to Germany and then back, I hadn't had time to switch over my insurance to the new car, to register the new car in my name. So, just out like $1,800.
I didn't know that...
the woes continue for Kyle.
I didn't know if you were okay to share that story because I certainly didn't want to pick at an open wound,
Yeah, well,
If it's true what they say about tragedy coming in threes, then there you go.
Next thing I know, this Eddie Bauer water is going to choke me to death.
Yes, it's been tainted.
Let's move on to pleasant news.
Pleasant news. You had a good time in Germany this last weekend.
Yes.
Not that it was fun, but it was games.
I feel that I am now an honorary smoker with the amount of cigarette smoke I inhaled from every... I don't know if any of you guys... For those of you living overseas, you guys know this very well, but for those of you living in North America, we don't have a lot of smoke.
Right.
And those that do smoke can't smoke indoors in public places and things like that. So, it's very a lot of North Americans are very unaccustomed to how much cigarette smoke there is in Europe, and everybody can smoke indoors, and it's just awful.
Difficult, yeah.
And every one of the staff members that goes over there always gets sick.
Right.
So we all got sick, and we're doing like Trevor especially, Trevor and Enrique, man, they were doing like 8 a.m. breakfast, being downstairs ready for breakfast to, 2 in the morning finishing tournament.
Right.
So, boy, did they have long days. And, those guys are champs, and I tried to hang in there with them as much as I could, but...
You just can't keep up with them.
I'm a little weak, so...
Yeah. But the World Cup was a big success.
Holy cow, it was so cool. It was so cool.
Now, do you know how many players in total it was?
There were 131 players on day one.
Okay.
47 teams.
Okay.
Of those 47 teams, there were 19 countries represented, and then the two wild card teams.
Right.
So there were, out of the 47 teams, 21 of them advanced to day two.
Okay.
Canada went in as the number one seed, and as we all know, eventually won the entire
triumphant.
tournament. Did not. Interesting note: Canada was so dominant in the World Cup that they did not lose a single... Well, not only did they not lose a match, they completely went undefeated all the way, but they didn't even lose like a best 2 out of 3 matchup within a match.
Jeez.
So like Brochu never lost a 2 out of 3, and Cornwall Mott never lost 2 out of 3. I have to put a star next to this because Malbouf actually technically did lose a best 2 out of 3, but it was in the finals against Poland, and Brochu and Cornwall Mott had already both won theirs, so he was just like, well, let's go to bed. I just concede to you.
Okay.
That was the only time that they really lost a best 2 out of 3, so they were that dominant. It was incredible.
That's pretty incredible. Yeah, that's quite the performance.
And congratulations to Canada. Also, congratulations to Poland. For those of you not in the know, Poland finished second for the second year in a row. They finished second last year behind Sweden, and they finished second this year behind Canada.
Pulling the Todd Soper Honorary Finish Award.
Right. So it really, congratulations to them. And also Team Germany for the second year in a row finished third. So
yes.
Amazing accomplishment.
Some very good,
both
consistent performances from both of those countries.
Yeah. The only one out of all of those teams that was consistent from last year to this year that finished in the top 3 was Jacek Bach from Poland. He was on Poland's team last year that finished second. He was on Poland's team this year. Also, I guess Patrick Malboeuf was on Team Canada last year as well, but I think they finished 6th or 8th.
They were down a little way. So congratulations. Very well done.
They did a great job. And then the next day, so let me give you a little bit of a timeline here.
Sure.
Wednesday is day 1 of the World Cup. 131 players, 8 rounds. Boom, huge tournament. The next day is the 21 teams competing in the double elimination round event. And there were 5 teams eliminated after the first day.
Okay.
So what we did was, and the event ran a little bit long because a lot of the players showed up not on time, not with their deck list prepared, so we started an hour and a half late basically. And it ran long because, certain players, Michael Dalton, Alex Tennant, tend to, feel more comfortable when there's not a time limit. So their games tended to time out quite a lot. And not only that, but when time was called, like it would be 15 or 20 minutes. It wasn't just those guys. It wasn't just those guys. There were other ones too. Some of the Polish players took a long time.
Basically, generally speaking, players who are used to the Premier Series.
Right, exactly. Jonas Scully is another one that's very used to the Premier Series style of play. So what happened was the games went really long.
Right.
And so the last game of the third round of day 2 had to be played back at the hotel because the convention closed and they were kicking us all out, and there were still 6 teams that had at least 1 or more games yet to finish in that third game.
And they all went back to the hotel.
Team USA. So we
that's pretty impressive.
We went to. Funny thing is, we went to go buy them all train tickets to get on the train and go back to the hotel with us. And the guy right in front of us, his coin jammed in the little machine. So we were like, screw it, the machine's broken. Let's all get on the hotel, get on the train. So we, rode the train without paying. Hope nobody from the German Transportation Authority is listening.
Yeah.
And so we all got back to the hotel and they finished the final game, and we got them drinks and everything. So
nice.
So that's that timeline, and that day finished probably around 10 o'clock or something like that. So it's a pretty late evening, but not too bad.
Okay.
Day 2 of the World Cup, which is now Friday.
Right.
We decide that in order to catch up, we're going to run 5 rounds that day. Now, mind you, you can only run 3 rounds during the convention.
Right.
So I head back to the hotel to rent out that room again that we were in the night before.
Okay.
So we're going to run 2 more rounds there in the middle of the night. So we run the 3 rounds during the day, and then we take 4 teams back to the hotel with us because Germany and and Canada are not going to have to play until the next day.
Right.
Even with doing 2 extra rounds at the hotel, they're not going to have to play until the final day. So we're in the middle of running these first 3 rounds. Team Canada sort of starts this idea floating around, and they really want to play in day 1 of the Premier Series. They want to play in both the World Cup and the Premier Series.
Of course.
So and Germany does too. So they all start talking with each other, and they start talking with the other teams. And Team Canada comes to us and says, "Okay, if we pay to rent that room out again on Saturday night, can we put off the finals of the World Cup until after the Premier Series day 1?" And we're like, "Okay." So the first 3 rounds happen on day 2 of the day 3. I'm sorry, of the World Cup, and then we go back to the hotel with 4 of the teams, and they continue to fight it out until there's just 1 left that will have to play Germany the next day, which winds up to be Poland. But that doesn't finish until 2:30 in the morning. So 8 a.m. to 2:30 in the morning, and then we got to be up at 8 a.m. again to get ready to start running the next day. So this is now Saturday.
I got to interject here. How impressed I am, first of all, for you guys, running through all of this, but also I'm just constantly amazed by our players that just will play the Premier Series. Like this is a serious drain on you you
the
too.
Crazy thing is that like all these players that were up that late, like especially Team Poland,
right?
They played in day one of the Premier Series.
Right. Well, this is not like,
they were up until like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, and this is not like sitting there watching TV or anything.
Right.
I mean, this is like thinking. Yeah, this is like exhausting, and they're going to do it for hours and hours in the Premier Series, and then go do it in the World Cup for a round.
Okay, so Team Canada, Team Germany, and Team Poland, like most of those guys all go and they play in Premier Series day one. This is now Saturday.
Okay.
Premier Series day one, we run through all of it, all 7 rounds. Patrick Malbuff comes out the number 1 seed again, Team Canada.
Yep.
So he wins that, and then he has to go follow us directly from that to the hotel where he's got to play again like all night. So Poland, Germany, and Canada all follow us back to the hotel, and we play the final day of the World Cup, and we're going to determine who's the World Cup champion. And that doesn't finish until like 1 in the morning. Okay? Finishes at like 1 in the morning. And Canada, as we know, is the winner.
Right.
Then Patrick Malbuff has to wake up,
first thing in the morning,
and build new decks and go right back to Premier Series Day 2.
Crazy.
And they have to play all day. Well, Premier Series Day 2, again, starts at 10 a.m.
Yep.
As you know, that's untimed games. This is now
Yes.
Sunday, untimed games. The Premier Series Day 2 did not end until 4:30 in the morning.
Oh.
We had some of the most notoriously slow players in that event. As a matter of fact, who are probably considered the 4 slowest players in the world in Premier Series, which it's not a terrible thing because that we give them untimed so that they can do that.
Yes.
But it was Michael Dalton made it, Alex Tennant made it, Jonas Scully made it, and Gabor Vida made it, and they were all sort of known for slow play in Premier Series Day 2. So yeah, 4:30 in the morning. So 8 a.m. to 4:30, and then we have to wake up at 7 to go catch our train and get on our plane to go back to the United States.
No wonder you were so tired when you got back. I had no idea.
Well, I didn't have to take the brunt of all of that. It was more
Trevor and
Enrique that had to take the brunt of all of those late nights and early mornings. So, and they held up like champs. So
good job, guys.
Oh, and by the way, Jonas Scully from Germany won the Premier Series. So he is 2 for 2 in European Premier Series right now. He won Amsterdam, and now he won Germany, and I believe he's going to France. So, so that'll be good. He's the number 2 ranked player in the world right now behind Michael Dalton, so he should be going up pretty high in Premier points because his team, I believe, finished 4th in the World Cup. So that's a lot of points right there, too.
That will help.
He'll be skyrocketing.
So there you go. That is the Essen wrap-up.
On top of all the other things that happened at Essen, like Beyblade demos, Lord of the Rings demos, all that kind of stuff. There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
So. But those were the tournament highlights, which I know a lot of people like to hear about.
Sure. I guess the next order of business would be this coming Wednesday. Here it is, come out of the blue for those of us who have been, running from one project to the next. The release date for Return of the King is The Return of the King comes out this Wednesday, November 5th at stores near you. We're very excited about it. We were so busy that it just kind of was here one day.
You know what I'm going to do? I haven't talked to anybody about this yet, so I'm probably like breaking all kinds of protocol, but I'm going to tell everybody what the new ring looks like, the new rare ring.
Really?
And I don't care.
Oh,
I'm going to tell them. You ready for this?
I'm surprised this isn't out there.
You're looking at me like with shocked horror right now.
Well,
like,
I'm
holy
surprised.
Cow.
Well, my surprise is 2 levels. One, that we haven't made that public yet. I didn't know. But
we haven't made
you're
going
to spoil it. So
that's right. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready, everybody? I'm not going to tell you what it does, but I'm going to tell you what it looks like. Okay, remember the first rare ring was all
fire ring.
The second one was the water ring. This one is the grass ring. It's all green. It's the ring laying in
blades of grass.
Blades of grass. It's going to be the coolest looking foil ever. I can't wait.
Yeah.
So it's the green ring.
The green ring. There you go.
Yep. It's going to be so good. So there's your RFD exclusive, and I'm probably going to get fired. So nice knowing all of you.
Nice.
I'm going to go work on my car.
Nice. All right. Well, what other news?
We just have to hype it up a little bit more because I don't think we've given it its
fair enough.
Return of the King this Wednesday. Holy cow!
Yes, and you'll note that there's been fewer spoilers than average on the website for this set. And this is just because for this particular movie, we're needing to keep a lot more material in reserve until the movie release date. So here really is your chance to go out to stores, buy it early, and get a peek at the movie that nobody else is getting, because it's not even going to be on our website for several weeks.
That's right. Not until the movie release.
Not until the movie release. So,
interesting.
Yes, indeed.
So, and then the release weekend tournaments are next weekend, so that should be lots of fun. Everybody getting their Gandalf shirts and getting their Gandalf on.
Now, I don't know, the last two, I think, pre-releases for Lord of the Rings have been on weekends where we were having weekend play tests for the following set.
Right.
So we have not yet been able to attend a pre-release for like a year. And
well, this isn't a pre-release though. This is a
this is true. This is a release,
right? Because we can't really do pre-release.
Not on this product
for the major ones. So
so yeah, but a release weekend. We have not been able to do that. There were jokes that we must have obviously scheduled the Siege of Gondor play test for the wrong weekend, but. But, yeah, definitely I know some people who are planning to go.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm going to try to, but I have my daughter a lot this weekend. So, but I'll see what I can do. And speaking of other events going on this weekend, .hack first tournament weekend.
That's right. Now that's this
weekend,
not next weekend.
Starting
this weekend.
Starting tonight, probably most likely.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Halloween night.
I know. I got to build some decks. I got to fix my decks. Is there cards at Strange yet?
I've seen some cards up there.
I might have to pillage. And I'll write a bunch of IOUs, but I might be pillaging.
Right.
Because I got to get my level up on. You know, it's funny because Dan was testing out some tournament software stuff for .hack today, and I had just I was all excited because I printed out my little tournament, coupon things with my name and number on it and everything. And so since I had those with me, he's like, "Hey, give me your number," so he could test some stuff out. And I won the very first .hack tournament, but it was a test, so they deleted it. But I won it.
Good job.
But I didn't really have to do anything. So he just gave me all wins. So.
Oh, well.
I had really good strength of schedule, too.
Clearly.
It was good.
Very, very well done, your imaginary tournament.
That's right. So. Yeah, exactly. Get a little bit of crook eye.
Yeah, well, a little bit, just because the new system was set up in part, to cut back on the posting of imaginary tournaments. So I find it ironic that the first, anyway.
Well, it was deleted, so I don't get any level up points, unfortunately.
Nice.
But it was fun.
It's funny, we just now mentioned Halloween. Here we are 20 minutes into the broadcast, and
it's Halloween today.
Which I know doesn't mean a lot to some of you out there.
I'm taking my daughter trick-or-treating tonight.
Are you?
So, yeah, we're going to go to her mom's neighborhood and walk around for a little bit, and then we're coming back to my neighborhood and going to walk around a little bit. She's a princess.
I was going to say, what costume?
She's a princess. So that's what she
wanted. But what is she going dressed as?
We went out and bought her magic wand.
Yep.
Yesterday.
Because all princesses have magic wands.
For some reason, princesses have magic wands. So.
That makes perfect sense to me.
So, yeah, she's looking forward to it. Lots of pictures.
Cool.
Lots of pictures. So, Halloween.
Nice.
Good to have kids for Halloween.
It is. It's good to have people who throw really cool Halloween parties for Halloween.
We were practicing saying trick or treat last night too.
Oh, how did that go?
She didn't understand what it was all about. I was like, but then they give you candy, and she was like,
what a deal.
Right, exactly. So you got to say trick or treat. Okay. She wouldn't say it though.
I'm sure that
she's stubborn like that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll get rolling tonight.
Should be good.
Okay.
Yeah, once she understands, knock, knock, knock.
She likes to ring the bell. She loves to ring doorbells.
She likes to ring doorbells. That's her best. So it'll probably be some doorbell ringing and then trick or treating. So. Fun stuff. All right, well, we've digressed into things that are very much not Decipher.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about 24. So.
Oh, man, 24, so good. I won't give any spoilers out there. So let me just say I was a little... it was unusual. The pace of it was unusual. There was no head lopping off. There was nobody kidnapped. The one thing toward the end was interesting, and I kind of like that, but... it'll be. I'm also interested to see what the cougar will be this year.
It's funny, you can. I don't think there are any cougars running loose in the CTU, but you never know.
Well, it could be an amnesia. I don't know. Whatever.
It's funny. There are people that you can go on like the Trek Everything Else board, and there's some pretty heady 24 discussion going on there now. We've kind of sparked something. So enjoy. And with that note, we will leave you. Enjoy the .hack Enemy tournaments this weekend. Happy Halloween. Look forward to the Return of the King release, and we'll see you next week.
Party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth.